Hello and welcome back to Reddit Insanity. We are at number 22. Today we have some more. Today I fucked up. We're back on it again. We'll have a different one next week though, so don't worry. It'll be a different.
That will be titled "Today You Fucked Up."
Exactly. All right. The first one is by The Real Anyuk.
Okay.
This person puts.
Wait, is he the real one though?
He's the one.
Okay, good to know.
Today I fucked up. Today was the day. And the day I post my first Today I fucked up, and ironically, is this irony or am I never sure I'm using the term correctly?
Damn you, Shakespeare, hurry up.
It is about another Today I fucked up. Why did I turn on the internet today? At this point, I'm questioning many aspects of my life. I'm wondering if I've used enough characters to make this post illegible for the mods and bots. Who can know? I'm wondering if I should go out for a run to distract my mind away from the mentalness of the post. I'm wondering what I'll have to eat later on and what I'll do tomorrow at work.
I'm wondering when he's gonna get on with the fucking story.
Well, that was the end of that one because it's about this next story.
That was he was telling. Wait,
Yeah,
was it like an update or a prologue?
that was about why he's
I'm upset.
he's gonna have to go out on a run now, and he's gonna have to worry about eating stuff later, and he don't want to do any of that now.
Oh God, is it like the tapeworm one?
Not that far, but
That shit still fucked me up. Actually,
I'm assuming more people do this than the tapeworm stuff. So, all right, this next one is by Marshy1594. This person puts, I, a 23-year-old female, have been in a relationship with a guy that's 33 for like a year.
okay, that's legal.
That's fine. That's fine. 10 years apart ain't that big of a difference. Really.
And they only met a year ago.
Exactly.
We met 10 years ago when you were 13.
When we started dating, after a month of getting to know each other, we went over to his place and did the deed. Enjoyable experience overall, but after he was done, he removed the condom and, with very expert gestures, proceeded to drink his junk right out of it.
You know what's fucked up? That's what I thought in my head, bro. I'm like, oh, I'm just joking in my brain. That's why I'm laughing, because it was exactly what I thought he was gonna do. Wow.
Mitchell Deepen was right.
Oh, what if he drank it? And then he started drinking. Like, he did drink it. Oh man.
I was shocked and confused. In my head, I was like, yo, man, what the fuck?
Was she mad because you didn't offer her some, or? I'm sorry, did you want to sip?
He was my first partner, and I wondered if this was kind of normal. Come on, I don't know.
What do you mean your first partner?
Apparently, that was maybe the first person she had slept with.
Okay.
I don't know. Since I used to be a people pleaser, I managed to hide my shock and disgust and simply asked him, "Why did you do that?" He answered me,
I don't want to waste it. Oh God, what did he say?
"It's sad because you know the line of thinking."
Oh.
He answered me as if it was the most obvious thing in the world. It's a lot of kilojoules of energy. I can't waste them.
Oh God. I know this man's his fucking whole mental being.
Is she talking about you?
No, I would never drink my own semen. That's gross.
That's like,
My God. The fact that I could just I look like a detective figuring out a serial killer's mental
you know where his mental state
where he's
was.
going.
I was even more confused. I was literally speechless.
Did he say kilojoules? You nasty motherfucker. That's gonna make everything better.
Pretty much. I was even more confused. I was literally speechless, and what was being a very nice and romantical night managed to become a weird and kind of awkward situation. To make things worse, he even stated in a very dramatic tone, "I will never allow anyone to eat my semen." He said that like his junk was something precious, like if someone would ever get access to that, it'd be like be able to steal his soul. I don't know. It made no sense. And also, dude, nobody is here to steal it from you.
Plus, you can make more. I don't know if you never knew that. You don't have to drink it though to go back to your dick. Let me break it down for you.
By the way, he wasn't drinking it in a kinky or erotic way, or I don't know.
He's like,
He did it like it was extremely serious and important. Why drinking your own must be so dramatic? I don't know.
hey man, he can do whatever he wants. He's not hurting anybody.
We kept dating for several months, and every time we had sex, every single
I
time
don't like
he
the fact
did the
that
same thing.
she's like, well, let's try it again. Maybe he won't do it this time. Wait.
Every single time.
God dang.
I started to become very concerned since usually inside of the condoms there's some lube. I guess he even complained about the taste bad of the lube or the latex of the condom that it made it.
You get yourself some flavored condoms. Problem solved.
The taste of his own somehow didn't bother him at all. Good for him. And even if usually lube is not that toxic, I think that consuming a small amount but very often may not be the healthiest habit. Also, his breath right after this ritual almost made me throw up all the time, since he even refused to brush his teeth afterwards. His response to that, though, was, I didn't chew, I swallowed in one gulp, so I don't need to brush my teeth.
It's a lot to digest here.
I tried to discreetly make him understand that his habit was grossing me out by saying out loud, ew, or covering my eyes, but he didn't get the clues. Or he didn't care.
Yeah, now he cared. You're not the first one to say, you won't be the last.
A year passed by.
Girl, if you can't stand the weird habit, you need to step away from the situation.
I had enough.
No, after a fucking year, he must have drank like a gallon of it by that point.
I tried to confront him, but nope, he was immovable. Neither the fact that his passion for his own jizz was making me a little uncomfortable,
Does he just point up when he's jacking off?
nor the fact that eating lube could be harmful made him stop. He then proceeded to get
Is it
mad.
harmful?
Probably if you eat gallons of it, whenever you're drinking your own.
But I mean, well, lubes go into a body part, so wouldn't it be non-toxic?
But that doesn't say for
eating it?
indigestion, like ingesting it.
I'll have to research. I must research this situation.
He then proceeded to get mad. He stated that he wasn't doing anything wrong, that he just didn't want to waste his precious substances from his body.
Hey, like I'm with the guy. If that's what he wants to do, you go ahead. But if I was her, I'd be like, well, I guess I'll see you later because this is weird as fuck for me.
And
That's all she had to say.
And that I was making a scene for nothing. I told him that his breath and he straight up accused me of having bad smell.
It's was using a condom, so it's not even tasting anything of hers.
Yeah.
Unless, I guess the outside of the condom, but
He told me that by
I imagine like after he sucks it dry, right? He turns the condom inside out and licks the rest of it like a chewing gum.
so gross.
Just imagine the bitter silence of him chewing on a condom while she watches.
Oh. I told him that by deflecting, he was making things worse, but he interrupted me and just told me I was insufferable.
Just break
then
up
he just
with
left.
him. Just break up with him.
Apparently she did.
If the woman did something that I just could not get over, right? I'd be like, look, I'm sorry. I know it's your thing and you like it, and I would never want you to not do the thing that you enjoy, but I can't watch you do it. We need this breakup.
Now do you see why the first guy was like, I'm wondering what I'm going to be eating later, and I don't know if I want to eat it.
He's not gonna eat semen. I mean, what? He's worrying too much.
It's going to be that one mental worm again where
This oatmeal looks like cum. Fucking throws the whole thing across the table.
pretty much, yeah. Think about that though. Do you know how many things are thick?
This milk looks like cum.
Or if you're stupid, you still eat it.
This cum looks like cum. God dang.
So that was the reason that the first guy was like, I shouldn't have read that shit this morning.
No kidding.
Next one, on to a different subject. By Bron07. They put, so of course this was a month ago, but I recently just got out of the US Marine Corps. And he did not eat his own jizz. I recently got out of the U.S. Marine Corps and moved to Australia to live near family while I completed a degree with the GI Bill. Anyway, I was out in town meeting with some potential employers and had been busy all morning and afternoon. So I found myself getting a real late lunch at a small Japanese joint that was pretty busy. Being ex-infantry, old habits tend to die hard. Within 2 minutes of teriyaki chicken and rice being delivered to my table, I had completely demolished the entire plate with barely a rice grain left in the bowl. I wolfed it down, and I guessed I was slightly hunched over the whole time because I was starving.
What do they eat, like prisoners? What the fuck?
Because it's timed. Like you have 10 minutes to eat.
I got 10
Well,
minutes to eat.
well, the previous one, he can eat real quick.
He can suck real quick, you mean?
Well, they didn't
It's
say-
like eating one of those, you remember those Go-Gurts?
Yeah. Now, imagine that after reading that.
Oh, but I enjoy Go-Gurts.
Be like, what was it, Friday After Next, where it's like, no, that's just yogurt. Because the dog was humping his leg.
Oh God.
No, that's just yogurt. Because what was it? What'd you do to my dog, Holmes?
Oh, you mean next Friday?
Was it next Friday?
Yeah, in that house.
Yeah, with Chico.
What you do? He did nothing to you. They hit him with a belt because the dog's trying to bite him.
Yeah.
He's got for life.
All right, so they put some larger, heavily tattooed biker type looking gentleman noticed that impressive teriyaki turbo demolition, and also noticed that I was built somewhat well and had a tatted up left arm myself. He came up to me and immediately asked, "How long have you been out?" Now, military.
Yeah, that's why I said prisoner. Like the way he ate.
Now, military dudes can easily recognize other military dudes, even if they're dressed normal. I guess just a t-shirt and jeans. So I thought I was just being referred to. I said, I just got out, is more or less what I told him, thinking that's what he meant. Haikia, or he couldn't, he questioned. I couldn't remember the name of the other West Australian prison he mentioned, but my dumbass just assumed those were Australian army bases. Nah, Camp Lejeune in the States, I told him. At that point, his eyes opened wide, and he was telling me that I was hard shit, which is what began to confuse me because as far as I was concerned, Lejeune was nothing special. Just a big multi-purpose base. I was initially like, huh? And he clarified, it's because I was in America. He hadn't used the words jail or prison to any extent in the conversation yet. And he even sat down to chat with me. We kind of had some small talk about how the transition is hard, and so is readjusting your habits and language to be societally friendly. And sure enough, he finally asks what I was in for. Assuming he meant my MOS, I just went, "Oh, infantry."
What's MOS?
I don't know what the abbreviation stands for.
Okay.
Military service, maybe.
I
Or
was
something.
curious. Yeah.
Military office service, something like that, probably. So he told him infantry. He's like, "What? So kids?"
What?
We kind of looked at each other after that, me confused at the stupidity, him in disgust.
I imagine he would be in disgust.
I clarified that's what they call grunts, and then he finally comes up with what he was talking about, what I was in jail for, to which I answered I had never been, and we both had a bit of an awkward oh shit moment and laughed it off like dumbasses. We both apologized for being stupid and went our separate ways.
So he clarified like I was in the military and all that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because whenever he said infants,
Oh, infantry. Yeah.
like what, fucking kids?
Somebody didn't sock him right away. Like, you motherfucker. How dare you?
That's probably why he's like, huh? What did you say?
He probably didn't want to go back to jail. That's why he didn't punch him immediately.
Exactly.
Well, wait a minute. Do you say kids? He's like, no, soldier. Oh, fucking puts his revolver.
Well, it's Australia, so they don't have them.
Oh yeah, he put his snake back. He put that giant ass
Like
scorpion
Steve
back. He put a fucking a spider that could eat a bird back in his pocket. Whatever monstrosity they have in Australia.
They don't need guns.
They don't need guns.
They got one.
They got kangaroos,
That'll drown you.
which they lost in a military conflict, by the way.
And they lost the emus too, didn't they?
Oh no, the emus. That was the one.
And they're losing a war against kangaroos.
God dang kangaroos. They're so battle hardened.
And they're rodents, so or marsupials anyway. But
Yeah, it was the emu war I was thinking about.
yeah,
They lost.
they lost to birds.
Hey, man.
That's even worse than fucking kangaroos. How do you lose the fucking emus? Because their feathers are so thick that bullets don't really hurt them.
Yeah, it took too many machine gun shots, and they killed like 20,000. There was like millions of them.
Yeah.
And it's like they were faster than their Jeeps. Mm-hmm. They would break up and reform into large parties again.
Yep.
It was like, God dang, they must have Alexander the Great as their fucking Central General.
So that's why whenever anybody that I know, because I know one Australian person from work, and he's like, yeah, y'all lost to so and so. It's like, y'all lost to fucking emus.
Maybe we should
not say nothing.
Maybe we shouldn't knock them until we fought in some emus.
Now, we killed all the buffalo, so it's okay.
Oh yeah, never mind.
We won those wars.
I can't even imagine what Americans would do with emus. Yes, I can. We would cover bomb the fuck out of them.
Yeah. Exactly.
Never mind. We'd be a flyby and it'd be dope.
Exactly. We're not going to go out there with just machine guns.
Well, if we're anything, we're efficient.
Exactly.
Job done. What's next?
The only thing we can't win against is the hogs.
God dang hogs.
Those feral hogs.
Those are fucking monsters of any kind.
But they actually attack you unlike emus. Mm-hmm. Like they will
Hogs, yeah, they'll jump you immediately.
Yeah. And they have tusks.
Yeah.
Like, to me, I think hogs are much more dangerous.
Isn't it weird that if a regular domesticated pig and
They're fine.
But then the minute you put that domesticated pig into the wilderness,
It
redevelops into a hog. It evolves into a Pokemon more powerful than what it was. I'm like, what the fuck happened?
and it only takes one generation.
It's weird because if you do that to a dog, right?
Oh, they stay the same. They're
Yeah,
still dogs.
but for some reason, this goddamn hog.
Cats also become feral, though.
Do they? Once you reintroduce them to the wilderness?
Yep.
That's interesting.
Not to the extent
It lets
of
you know how
hogs.
domesticated. It lets you know how domesticated dogs are.
Well, like a cat won't become, it won't change appearance, but it'll become feral in mindset.
Oh, yeah. Hogs are just like all of a sudden it just comes out.
It's literally like an evolution.
Yeah, look.
They go from pink and
Yeah, it's a fucking brown and got horns. Looks like those fucking mammoths. Those little mammoth Pokemon.
Yeah.
With the tusks.
Tapir mall or no,
They look like a little mop.
yeah.
God dang hogs.
All right. Next one is by It's Toby 16.
You know why we can't beat them? Because we won't carpet bomb our own country. So
Yeah,
there you
that's
go. If we would, if we
Well,
could.
if you live out in the desert, they will.
Well, you know,
They'll know
there's,
it's a nuke.
there's nothing out there.
Just all the other animals.
That'll be fine.
All right. So this person puts, so this happened yesterday and I'm still dying of embarrassment. So this happened during a wedding reception. I was really bored and didn't really get along with the family members I was sitting with. So I took out my phone and in 5 minutes of mindless scrolling, I decided to read Killing Stalking, if you know the manga. I am so sorry for you if you do. I was peacefully reading chapter 18, and if you've read the chapter, it starts with a very passionate scene. That's when my cousin's husband looked at my phone and saw what I was reading. He asked what I was reading, and I looked at him mortified. I immediately turned my phone off and tried to say it was just a manga. He laughed and told my mom what happened and just scolded. I just got scolded by my mom for reading that at a wedding. My mom has been joking about it all day, which is making me feel even more embarrassed. The TLDR is I read Yaoi at a wedding reception and got caught.
Yowie.
Yeah.
Good old man, boy love. Or was it boy love? Yeah, Yowie's, like Craig and the Tweak.
Yeah, Craig and Tweak style. So, boy, I think. Yeah. Because the other one is NAMBLA, the National Association of Male.
God dang pedophile.
That Cartman went to where he got all those pop-ups.
Oh, yeah.
Where it's, little boy looking for friends.
All over his fucking screen immediately.
Which was funny as fuck.
If the internet has given anybody great freedom, it's fucking pedophiles. Jesus.
Yeah.
They come out of the goddamn woodworks.
Unfortunately, yes.
Fucking horrific situation.
And that's where you say, I'm Chris Hansen.
I'm Chris Hansen and you're fucked.
You thought you were going to, but now you're going to get.
You thought you were, what is it? You thought you were, but now you are.
Next one is by
Imagine like going to the wrong house, like you were being a completely innocent person. You open the door and it's like, I'm Chris Hansen. You're like, oh fuck, this is the wrong house. I'm actually not looking for a child, sir. Oh fuck. That's something. That's miscommunication that would never work.
Well, there was that one person on there that he's like, want some pizza? He asked Chris, no, I don't want pizza.
So why don't you sit down?
He said, "Why don't you sit
Just
down?"
have a seat. Just have a seat. Remember when they had Chris Hansen on South Park as a parody?
Yeah, yeah.
And he had that ability where he like just have a seat, just sit. And then Carmen couldn't stop. It's like, how do you do this? Carmen's sitting down no matter what.
Regardless of who he says it to, they just sit down.
Like it's just like ingrained in there, like it's a Pavlov dog thing, like you were saying. Like, just sit, have a seat. I'm Chris Hansen, sit down. I miss that show. It's fun watching pedophiles squirm.
It is. It's very fun.
Fuck them, I say.
Well, they're gonna get. Don't worry.
No, they deserve to get killed.
I agree with that. And did you see that's what? Again, hate him or love him, but that's what. If he became president again, that's what he's wanting to do. He's
Donnie?
He's wanting to send them automatically to death, which I have no problem with as long as they're truly guilty.
That's the problem. You got to make sure they're actually guilty.
Exactly.
Don't you kill an innocent man.
But if they are, and there's like legitimate everything,
You know the worst part is when they get caught, there's just like hundreds of thousands of images and videos.
yeah,
I'm like, where the fuck did you get hundreds of thousands? I can't even find a video of a chick that I liked in a porn video from like a decade ago, but they have hundreds of thousands.
yeah.
Fucking pedophiles.
All
They're
right.
like, oh, I saw this one chick, this video with Lexi Bell, the porn star. I saw when I was, like 3 years ago, and now I can't find it to save my life. But they can somehow find child pornography everywhere.
Even though it's not on anything,
Yeah,
it shouldn't be on
exactly.
anything.
I can't find a video that I want to see that's legal
Yeah.
and appropriate, but they can find everything. God dang pedophiles, you resourceful fucking perverts.
Pretty much, yeah.
Hope you all burn in hell.
See, that's why there's a difference between you, which is just a avowed
A normal
pervert,
person, yeah.
just a pervert in general,
I'm just a wholesome pervert.
but not a minor.
I'm not a pedophile.
And then they want to be called maps now.
I'm not a pedophile. I'm not a rapist. I'm not. I don't want to bang an animal. I'm actually very boring. If you looked at my porn search history, it is boring as fuck. I'm dead serious.
You don't want to be a map?
I don't know what that is, but it sounds terrible. What am I, a GPS?
What?
Wait, is it people that like to pretend they're GPSs? Turn left.
No, it's even worse than that.
That was bad.
No, it's what pedophiles want to be called now.
A map.
Maps. A minor attracted person.
Gross.
So now
What about a short statue person? Like if you're into a person that's short stature, but it's an adult,
that's just being into little people, midgets.
right? But is that
That's not the same thing.
okay? I'm just saying. I'm just asking
Like it's.
because proportionally, you know what I mean?
You could say that about a petite woman though too.
Well, I guess that's true.
Like that's. It's more of the youth part of it. Again, it's really just
Fucking gross.
disgusting.
Next topic.
This person. By Sexy Namja. This person puts, I, a 24-year-old male, was cleaning out some of my stuff in my room whenever I found some toys laying around. I planned to meet up with my girlfriend later, so I wanted to surprise her and took some out on the table.
Well, I was like, you know what? You know what's fucked up? You know what I was thinking? Like actual like toys, like action figures.
Like, actually, which is just bad. But
I was gonna break them out. We were gonna play fucking a nice little fantasy game. We'll play some D&D.
This is the fuck up. I closed my room door and went out to pick up my girlfriend. We went to the movies, and in the middle of it, I get a call from my dad.
At the fucking desk.
Get a call from my dad questioning my life choices and telling me all the stuff that's in my room. I flipped out knowing he snooped around, and it just came back to this back and forth argument.
How old is he?
24.
That old man needs to mind his own fucking business.
He kept shaming me on how other people wouldn't do this kind of stuff, and he just knows nothing about how people my age act, and that this is something everyone would keep private.
Yeah, they're freaks.
After the call, I tell my girlfriend what happened, and she's uncomfortable about coming over now, and it's completely understandable.
Yeah, well, there goes that relationship.
Okay, I can't. It wasn't on here, but as far as I know, he also put that he's Asian. So
What does that matter? Well, I guess Asian parents are a little bit stricter.
exactly.
Yeah.
And them going through his room, it's like, okay, you already live at home at 24. You have Asian parents.
Yeah, that's impossible.
You know they're gonna go through your stuff and snoop. and then you decided to leave sex toys out.
There you go.
Like,
Guess you're
you've lived with them your whole life. And
Yeah, you know how they are. You know how they are.
Like, come on now. Like, don't play dumb, dude. Like, you can't blame your dad just for everything on this.
I guess not, but at the same time, like a parent should accept their kids.
Should.
And what is it? Respect their privacy.
Should. But
Unless,
again,
unless that privacy is something wrong and illegal.
exactly.
Like if I found out my kid was selling cocaine, I'd be like, "Where's my cut?" For one, two, don't you do it in this house?
But again, he's 24. He lives at home. He's lived with these motherfuckers for his whole life.
Yeah.
So he knows what they're going to do.
So you should have just hid them.
Exactly. Or,
Should have hit him up his asshole.
well, he might have had those kind of toys.
Just had to just keep him safe up there, your booty hole,
In his prison wallet.
his fucking prison pocket.
Like off of, what was that, Deadpool?
God, the most terrifying ones are those kids that grow up that they know how to make like fucking makeshift fake walls and stuff.
Yeah.
And so they can hide stuff. Man, must be a fucking prison they live in. Like especially like those kids that are like their parents are like really like hardcore cops,
Yeah.
and like they always go through their stuff like always. And like you know they're never gonna visit you right when they're older.
Yeah.
She keep doing this, not respecting their privacy. Because I was watching a video of a cop who like was teaching, doing a YouTube video of teaching his kid, teaching parents how to search a kid's room. It's like first you go in there, you tell this to the kid, all right, you gotta go out. I'm gonna go, and he just goes through this person's entire fucking room, and all these like there's like these fucking aerosol canisters. Like oh, there's a false bottom here, and he takes the bottom off of his little bag of weed. We'll talk about that later with him. And I'm like, oh my god, he's teaching him how to find all these secret like what kind of fucking kid did you raise? Because this kid's got like hardcore criminal level like hiding skills.
And he's still getting caught.
Apparently, yeah.
But think of how much stuff that his dad is not finding.
Yeah, because he's getting better at hiding it.
Exactly. Or were those just false leads and the red herring for him to find that and not find the other stuff?
I guess the other stuff must be hardcore.
So the rest of it's underneath the floorboard.
He's going through fucking his books, every drawer under his bed. I'm like, man, that is quite the fucking Soviet Union-esque security you got there at your household.
Imagine if your mom did that.
There's nothing in my room, so
That's what I'm saying. But
I don't
like,
care. All I got is a Huggy Wuggy plush pillow. You know Huggy Wuggy? I have one of those little toys. Or it's a stuffed Huggy Wuggy
Yeah.
that you can wrap around your neck because his hands are the stickum.
Yeah.
So I took a picture and put it on Facebook. Look at me and my new best friend Huggy Wuggy.
I thought it'd be Hamtaro.
Because we work together. It's much better.
But anything else to add before we head out?
Give your kids some privacy. As long as they're doing good in school and they're not.
And if you know, I'll put this: if you know your parents or that style of a parent, and you're 24, move out.
If you can.
Find a new house. If they're that nosy. Or learn how to hide shit better.
Learn how to really hide some shit.
My God. Like, he left it out. He says he left the shit out.
In my head, I imagine he just like had this big fat dildo, right? With a suction, he just fucking slammed that shit on the table, and it's just fucking shaking. When the dad got there, he's like, "Oh god dang, what is that?
That's why he said.
Is that a cock?"
But that's why it was. What was it that he's questioning my life choices? So yeah.
I don't know.
But again, privacy. Yeah.
That whole stereotype of Asian strict parents is hard for them to overcome.
Because there's so many that are strict.
It's unfortunate. But, it's going to be like a generational break where, like, the Asians that grew up here, the Asian
You would
Americans,
think.
I would hope so. There'll be some social evolution to get to a better place as a society.
No, they probably become more strict.
The ones that were the free spirits become even stricter when they grow up.
Exactly.
That would be fucking terrifying.
It's like they'll just lock the kid in the cage just there.
Oh,
Sitting
God.
there in the dog crate.
I saw a video like that when these kids somehow escaped, and then the cops got there, right? Mm-hmm. This shit was the whole place was a fucking shit show. They had a baby in the crib. He was just covered in shit. There was shit on the floor. The dogs were covered in shit. Everyone, the walls were covered in shit. I'm like, where the fuck is your bathroom? Where's your toilet at? probably that shit was probably spotless because everything else had shit on it. The toilet must have been clean as fuck.
The bathroom's the one place that don't have any shit.
That's always been a terrifying thought for me as I drive around, especially at night. You don't know the evil happening in every house. It could be like next door. There could be some horrific stuff your neighbor's doing that you have no idea about. It's got like a fucking like a flesh lamp or something of a fucking human being. He just carved into a fucking lamp. He's a fucking diehard serial killer.
You never know.
So when I drive around at night, right, and it's really quiet, there's no cars but me. I'm like, man, how much atrocities are being committed right now in a 20-mile radius around me?
And see, now, when you do that, you're going to be wondering how many of those people are drinking out of their own condom.
Maybe. Also, I probably wouldn't care about that part. He can drink as much condom as he wants. As I said, I don't kink shame, as they say.
Yeah, but he's not doing it for kink.
Well, whatever the weird shit he's doing, he can do whatever he wants.
He's doing it for his kilojoule.
It's fucking his semen. I don't give a damn what he's doing.
Conserve kilojoule.
Oh, God, that kilojoule! Like he looked up the word kilojoule. He found out that semen had it, and he's like, "Yep, that's what I'm doing it for." I think it's just a fetish, but he doesn't want to consider it a fetish. So he's, I gotta reserve my energy and get more kilojoules back into my body.
And then he even told her he didn't chew it, so he ain't gonna brush his teeth. He just swallowed that shit.
Man, he just takes that shit like a fucking shotgun.
Chokers.
Choke on my own fucking saliva. I can't imagine semen. I don't know. Like it has to be a kink.
That's what I would think too.
But he just does not want to acknowledge it as such.
Yeah. Just admit you're. It must be with somebody you're with. If you're into that kind of shit, like, don't try to hide it.
Yeah, yeah.
Like
Also, don't do it on the first date, the first bang. Don't just fucking shock them all from the beginning. You gotta ease them into it.
First time.
Don't give them a fucking heart attack off the get go.
Where it's like, oh god.
Yeah, that shit would be weird.
But that is everything I got on Reddit today. So we'll see you on the next one.
I think every day we get further and further from God.